Well, welcome back, everybody. Looks like we got a bunch of people in here, but let's get this started the proper way. All right. There we go. Just it's nice to get that out of my system every Monday. Hello, everybody. Who do we got here? Buddy's here. Kerosene Cucumbers, Lumpy, Josh Homan, Matthew Ward, Robert Lawrence. What's going on, everybody? Fun with Cars, Roy Miller. Hey, everybody. Shadow Ops is here. People rolling in, rolling in, rolling in. See what's going on. Beagle Bob, what's going on? How you doing, buddy? How's Atlanta? And yeah, so we were off last week. We had some stuff to take care of. And it looks like it's being taken care of if you've been watching the news, so that's good. And been busy with a lot of stuff. Let's start with the dragster. As you all seen, we're putting the brakes on the dragster, and those 60s era brake calipers, they failed and leaked and stuff like that. There's a place in one of you guys actually, a place called Apple Hydraulics in upstate New York that actually can completely refurb and rebuild those. So those we'll go back this week. Have Jeff send those out to get those back and get those going. No. We were just Apple Rubber. I don't know. It's Apple Hydraulics, I think. But Jeff Quick, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. With Dos Caminos, because you've seen the video with the short block, we got the cam installed. We had the cam timing set installed. I put out a couple shorts on that because the video, I had to end it because on the 80 to 85, the small blocks, the metric motors, the dipstick's on the passenger side. So the oil pan gasket is different. And I had the normal right hand side. Oil pan gasket doesn't work, doesn't just flip over, stuff like that. So had to order a new oil pan gasket for that. That'll be here so I can finish buttoning up, the front and the bottom of the motor. That should be here during the week. So maybe by the end of the week, I'll get that video out. Slap the heads on and pop it back in the car. The black truck, the big black supercharged 4x4 6-liter Sierra that I'm doing some work on. Got that on the road. Fixed a bunch of stuff on there. Got a couple more parts in today. Got to chase down a couple electrical bugaboos on it. Get that straight, and then on to adding the second battery and mounting the computers and stuff like that. So that's coming along good. Got the window switch in for that. So when I drove it, it was real hot. That's a good thing the AC does work on it. And it was hot inside the cab till I turned the AC on. But it went down the road. It the new fuel pump and all that kind of stuff, that's all working. Fuel pressure's good. It's charging. It's got a broken oil pressure switch on the back of the intake manifold. So and you can't get to it on that truck. No matter what, with these hands, they don't fit back there. I can kind of feel it and I can see it. And the connector part has like half of that sensor still clipped to it. So the sensor itself is broke. It's not leaking, but it is broke. So I'm going to have to pop off the intake, which is not super easy on this one because there's a lot of modified stuff on it. But it's good. And then we'll do some brakes on it and fix a couple more small electrical things, and that'll be ready to go back. The rear end serviced. Oh, I got to take the front drive shaft in tomorrow. He wants a new front drive shaft made because when they towed it, they messed it up. But it's coming along good. That's it for about projects at the house. Let's see what you guys are up to here. Eric Wilson. Hey, Dr. Eric, whose house did you do that burnout in front of? That's mine. That's right out there. Yeah. It's okay. The neighbors will be fine. They'll be fine. Crash Roadrunner Garage, what's going on? Thanks for being here, buddy. Speaking of brakes, I inspected a 2010 Corolla. The front pads were okay. The shoes are okay. The shoes just needed an adjustment, but the owner will eventually need to replace the drums because of the lip. Oh, okay. Apple Rubber Products makes a custom rubber seals to order. Now, this was actually Apple Hydraulics, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. Hang on, let me look it up real quick. I'll pop it up on the screen here while I'm typing. You guys can speak amongst yourself, but Earhart brake caliper rebuild. It is Apple Hydraulics. There we go. Let me put this screen up. You guys can kind of see what's going on here. Share screen. And then pop it up. All right. And that is the Earhart brake caliper. That's split open. Yeah, but that's definitely what we're working with. 4-piston caliper is what they are. And they do all this motorcycle stuff. Apple Hydraulics since 1973. So they'll be off to here. Brake caliper sleeved and rebuilt. ×2 there. So looks like they do stuff for everything, but Apple Hydraulics. Yeah. 1610 Middle Road, Calverton, New York, wherever the heck that is. Upstate somewhere. Yeah, 631. So it's upstate New York. Give them a jingle tomorrow and get those in the box and sent out. But thanks to whoever told me about that. Got my Beagle Bob got my Camaro fenders painted and installed. Mirror reattached, the doors straightened out, good enough. Did front shocks on my F-150. Got a ring gear swap to LSD for it. Nice. Shims came in today. Nice. You got pictures of the Camaro with its fancy new fenders? Black truck is going to keep tires on it. It's something to drive because it's a big 4x4 and it's just a weird experience. And the blower makes a lot of noise. It's really is something just to drive around the block. I should have had the camera with me, but I did not. But it was it was something. And I got, like I said, I got a whole switch and switch assembly and bezel for it. Plugged it all in, but it's on those I don't know. I think you have to take the door panel off to take that door, the grab handle off, so you can put that plate on and then reattachment. I don't know. I got it tonight. It's dark. I just went and plugged it in and made sure it all plugged in. I'll go out there tomorrow maybe and make sure it all works and see about taking that door panel off. What else we got? Dean B. Hi, Dean B. What's going on? Oh, Calverton is Long Island? Really? Okay. Well, all right. That's where they're at then. And he's wet. Yes, Western New York, upstate. Okay. Eric Wilson. I spent 2 days working on my alternator. Just could save myself $100. yeah. Sometimes it's like that. You're like, when you're a day into it, and you're like, really, should I? I should have just, yeah. But I do it. We all do it. So, and I put out. I'm kind of glad that I didn't get to finish that video of the cam, the timing gears, and all that kind of stuff to put out, because it would have came out Saturday, and with all the news Saturday, it just would have got lost in the shuffle anyway. So yeah, I'll put it out midweek this week. It'll be all right. Cop Car Steve. I put the carburetor on the first day. On the first day, we were great. Now it hangs up at 3,000 RPM. We'll go back down at idle. Really? You got a vacuum leak, sir? Probably popped off on. Yeah, that sounds definitely like it popped a big vacuum hose, a big fat one off the back for the brake booster or something. That's the only reason it would, if your throttle's closed and it's up at 3,000 RPM, yeah, you just got a big vacuum leak. Go ahead and retract something. Okay, Bobby did send an email. Okay, great. Brake color cleaner on the base, couldn't find the vacuum leak. Yeah, check the hose going to like the brake booster and stuff like that, because it's probably off the motor somewhere, I would imagine. Yeah, past week I did 6 days, Saturday afternoon. I was mentally tired. Yep. It run. Hey, all, Jerry Biden. Hi, Jerry Biden. Jerry Biden's here. Hi, Jerry. And let me see. Let me pull up. Oh, that's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good, Bob. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let me do the 25 steps to share the pictures here. Hang on a second. Share screen. Camaro. Share. Go back here. Go back here. There you go. There's Beagle Bob's Camaro with its new fenders. Here we go. Oh, I see. Yeah, where you were talking about in the door. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, looks like a car. There's no worries with that. Nice brake setup. Oh yeah, nothing wrong with that at all. But yeah. Apple rubber products, prices, ceiling devices. Oh, okay. Different place, yeah. All right. Okay. Jerry's Model A is going up for sale. Anybody want to buy a really nice Model A Ford? Jerry's got one. It's really nice. And Mr. Bird is here. Mr. Bird is in Franklin, Tennessee, not far from here tonight, watching the live from Murfreesboro in Franklin. He's in town doing some work. I'm going to try to catch up with him tomorrow for some lunch, possibly stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes. Today I barely got home in time to do this, so we will. I'll shoot you a message tomorrow about midday, and see if we can catch up. Okay, yeah, just send me a message tomorrow. Yeah, that'll work. There's yeah, all kinds of places to eat in Franklin. I worked over there for years and years and years. Um, yeah, no problem. But what else we got going on? Oh, parts are starting to come in for the El Camino. When I finished Big Richard, that '68 Dodge D100, at the very end of the original channel. There's a couple videos on it here now. A place called Alloy Works. They sponsored me for a new radiator for Big Richard. And when I started this El Camino project, even though I, didn't have that many subscribers on this new channel as I did on the old one, I wrote them, told them about stuff, linked the old ad I did for them and stuff like that, which you can still see on the internet somewhere. And then they helped me out. I had to pay a little bit for this radiator, but not that much. And it's a nice big aluminum with dual spall fan radiator and stuff like that. So I'll have a video on that this week too. But thanks to those folks at Alloy Works for working with me. I appreciate that very much. Jeff Quick, the problem with living in Michigan is the older vehicles are whooped in the butt and rusted out, and they went over $5,000 for them. Yeah, that's why I don't live up there, because I lived in Wisconsin for the first part of my life because I was a child and I had no choice. As soon as I got a choice, I did leave, came back, lived, and came back. But I haven't lived up there in 25, 30 years. So take your $5,000, come on down here, find a car, make a little road trip adventure out of it, stuff like that. But you could buy my other '79 El Camino, solid frame, floors, all that kind of stuff. It's a roller, it's cheap. You can use the rest of your $5,000 to, put the engine in transit and stuff like that, and kind of tighten up the interior. But it's warm, but it's not rusted. So there's all kinds of stuff down here. Just what are you looking for, Jeff? You looking for a car or truck? What are you looking for? We can find you something. So, what else is going on? Let's see. Robert Lawrence. The Starburst Car Show was pretty cool in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think I heard about that for some reason. I think it popped up on like Facebook or something like that for that car show, but I didn't. Oh, let's see. Let's pull it up. Let's see if we can. So we can see. The Daryl Starbird National Hot Rod and Custom Car Show. Oh. Oh yeah, that looks like it's a. Here, let me share the screen so other people know what I'm talking about. Besides me just going, oh yeah, that looks cool. Let's share. All right. So this is what Robert went to here. Car shows. So it looks like it's a nice stuff. For winning the Go to Gold Award. Oh, okay. How much did he get? 10 grand. It's a pretty nice payday for a car show. Huh. Cool. Interesting. Looks like a good time. Eric, here you, Jeff. Quick. I'm about 15 miles south of Mackinac Bridge 60s. Cars haven't even existed since the early 80s. You're up near. Oh, geez. Yeah, you're way up there. Till the derby car got away. I have a 1987 W150. Been working, but I'm disabled, so it's hard to work for a long time. A little bit at a time. I mean, don't kill a gorilla, kick the little monkey's ass, and little projects here and there, time, keep going. That's what I do. I get out there for a while, and I'm like, all right, that's enough of this. Let's go have a sandwich. $5,000 charger that needs every body panel replaced except the fender tag. Yeah. Brendan, you got to go vote tomorrow. You got your local elections down there tomorrow. So what else has been happening there, folks? What are you working on? What projects you do? What's going on in the world? Is it getting nice by you? I know some people that live up north don't want to hear this, so maybe go get a drink for the next minute or two. Um, but it's like 60s and 70s, and I got the pool cleaner needed a little bit rebuilding. He's a little dude that goes along the bottom, picks up all the dirt. He needs new fittings and stuff like that. He was getting all the pressure, but now he's back up to speed and he's doing his job, so that all looks good. A lot of mud in the yard from the dogs, but that'll dry up here pretty soon. The grass will come. It'll all be fine. But it's getting, it's not so disheartening every day down here anymore. I know you guys up north got another month or so, but there you go. Josh said it's starting to warm up there. Beagle Bob, I got fabric for redoing the Mustang seats. It's OE fabric from late model Bronco cloth. Oh, nice. Did they come in like pre-cut out panels and you just gotta sew them in, or? Oh, that sounds interesting. It's been nice here in Langley, British Columbia. It hasn't snowed once this year. Really? Nice. Who else is? I got a guy. If you're in BC, tuned his Jeep out there, and you know who you are. It's right here. He doesn't want to come out, but yeah, there's a bunch of people that live out there. Yeah, no snow at all, huh? Wow, that's pretty cool. Eric said it was -6 here last night. No, you don't want to hear it. More snow in Massachusetts. I'm about to lose my mind. Yeah, you got something like coming like this weekend too, don't you? Starting seeds indoors for tomatoes and peppers. Yeah, usually the last 2 years I haven't done it, but the previous 10 years before that, I'd always have pepper plants that I would start about mid-January from seeds. Then every year I would use the same seeds that I grew. I would take some of the best ones, like the hottest ones, dry the seeds out for them. And it was kind of like a little game I played because I would take all the seeds, all the different types of hot peppers, dry them all out, and I put them all, mix them all up in a bag so they didn't know what you were planting, and you plant them, the little starter puck things, and put the light on them. And then as they grow, they're like, oh, this is this one, and this is this one. I don't know. I'm babbling, but that's the fun with plants. I'm waiting on Lamont to use a motor swap right now. At least the dog poop is, it's still easy to clean up. Yep. 60 inches wide, sold by the yard. I tried to widen out to do some bolsters because the foam needs work too. I don't know if there's high density, the stuff I use, and you may know about this, you may not. I don't know. I'm not saying anything. But look for, I even got it off Amazon. It was specifically look for high density upholstery foam. Because you get foam and it's all kinds of different stuff, and you don't know what you're getting. But if you go for the high density, it's usually that real thick stuff. You want to build bolsters out of, so it kind of keeps you in place. I don't know, just my 2 cents, but yeah. Lubby, I have to install new intake manifold under Mercury Grand Marquis in the near future. They're not that bad. It looks like a lot of stuff, but they're not that bad. Into Condago, what's going on, buddy? Nice to see you. I haven't talked to you in a little bit. Is there a way to turn off rear O2 sensors? Yes. Instead of just turning off the check engine lights using HP tuners on this Hemi. Yes, there is. On your Hemi computer, there is a setting for. There's a setting for it. I don't remember what is specifically off the top of my head for the Hemis is, but there is one where it actually disables the input or the out. That I/O from the thing to that rear O2 sensor. There is one. Yes. Yeah, but he got that car that he's getting the motor from so he could put it into that fake Judge. Oh, okay. Joe K says, hey, it's Dr. Art Live. Hi, Joe. Thanks for being here, buddy. Appreciate it. I would recommend Summit brand Ford OE sold out of the Dorman and Summit. Finally made one with solid aluminum across the front. Good choice. Good advice. Thank you, sir. Robert Lawrence been working on the 30 Chevy, but not really ready to send a picture. Maybe in a couple weeks. All right, well, your stuff's always pretty cool, man. So I wouldn't worry about it. I have 4-inch thick, 60 HR stiffest I could find foam. All right. Then to save me some babbling. Good, because I was putting some weight out on the seat. Nice. Cup Car Steve, I'm working on my 1985 SSP Mustang 5-liter, 5-speed. Took her for the first burn with the carburetor yesterday when it would run okay. Oh, those little SSPs are so much fun. There's a hidden 15 millimeter bolt on the back of the driver's side of the 4.6. A fuel rail guard, by the way, like right by the bell housing bolts. Down here on the driver's side. So you got to snake around the booster and everything else. But yeah, It's down there. A lot of people knock dormant, but I would say they've come a long way on some stuff. Yep. We started a rotational sheep land restoration project on dead desert dirt in New Mexico this month. Nice. I've seen that where they do buffaloes and beavers and they relocate all kinds of animals on the desert and land and they bring it back. So that sounds like sheep. Yeah, they'll definitely fertilize the land because that's pretty much all they do. And if not, they're tasty. So everything's good. Bear Rose, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Nice that you're here. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Nice to see you. KJ Kelly, are spark plug anti-foulers effective in tricking the rear O2 sensor? Depends on what you have. Like on your 3.9? No. Because that JTech computer likes to see that heater circuit. It doesn't really care about the rear O2 sensor reading as much as it likes to see that heater circuit respond. So then in that case, the fouler won't work. But on like a 5-liter Mustang, yes, 100%. Any kind of GM stuff up until 96-ish, even some after that, depending on how they're set up. Yeah. So it just depends on the operation. What are you going to put that in? Is that in your truck or something else? How you been, Doctor? Busy as a one-legged man asking contest. Haven't had much time to catch a live lately. Well, that's okay because we took a break yesterday. We had some out of town things to do for a couple days, so that's okay. Glad you're here. That's all that matters. Joe K, would you attribute breaking up and backfiring under wide open throttle acceleration load of failed spark plug boots? It's fuel injected car with individual coil packs. Maybe. Usually, if you're going to, it other than that, it drives fine, runs fine, starts fine, cruises fine. You go to wide open throttle, I attribute that to going lean. But if you have bed plug wires or boots, yeah. But no, if you have, put it this way, if the car starts fine and it's you warm up and you idle it and you can either take a squirt bottle with water or you're like an infrared heat gun and see each individual cylinder and they're basically even, and everything else mechanically is good with it. That sounds like it's something's going on to where it's going kind of lean under wide open. If you roll into it, is it better, or is it just when you like hammer it? Thank you, sir. Look more into what setting on and off monitoring sensors. It's under it's under air fuel. There's a setting for it though. Take a look under there. I'll take a look after because I'd have to pull up an old Hemi tune and stuff like that. So just fill programming not required. 1973 9 work in progress is trying to initiate problems. Yeah, on that 97, you don't necessarily need the O2 sensor in the pipe. right? Say you got rid of, you have the upstream and you just have pipe back to muffler because you're off road, right? That computer likes to see that O2 sensor plugged in and heating up. That's all it really cares about. You can, go ahead and turn it off and do all that kind of stuff, but yeah, just put one down there and plug it in. It doesn't necessarily need to be in the pipe, but it likes to see one. Yes, that's what the project is here. We have to start with sheep first because they're cheaper and easier to get than cattle. Well, and if you bring in the sheep, but you bring in the sheep droppings, so you bring in rodents, and if you get enough sheep, you'll bring in coyotes, and coyotes will bring in mountain lions, and on and on and on and on and on. And then if you have sheep and droppings and rodents, and then some plants, then you get birds. And well, I'm not telling you anything you don't know if you're working on that project, but no, I think it's neat. People are doing that. Lumpy said, "Okay, you already got the Summit unit. Just been putting it off. It's supposed to be performance upgrade. See what happens." Both either lean into it or punch it. Really, if it's not, if there's no vacuum leak and it's not going lean, yeah, then you just got go through. Like I said, see if you got a cylinder dropping out. Basic stuff. If you're worried about plug wires, put a set on. All right. At this point, it can't hurt, and go from there. Mexican Spec, hello, sir. What's going on, buddy? Glad you're here. Thank you very much for popping in. Appreciate it. It should be stock performance. The Dorman is a downgrade for flow. It should be reliable, though, because the portion that always seems to leak has been replaced with aluminum. Oh, that's true. There's been one or two of those intakes I had to, JB weld for somebody to get them back on the road. But yeah, let us know how that works out for you. I had let an intake coolant leak too long, and it cost me 2 ignition coils from plug well flooding. Oh, yeah. The CAT converter has been decertified. Both 2 sensors in places that matter. No, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. No worries. Buenos noches. My Mercury has a Victor Jr. on it now. Oh, nice. Oh, Josh, good to have you come. Hi, Josh. So what do we got planned for this week? Like I said, we'll try to get a couple videos done this week. Hopefully, parts come in. My new oil pan gasket should be here Wednesday. It usually comes a day ahead of time. They, under promise, over deliver type thing. So maybe I can get tomorrow night, get that done if it comes early. If not, it'll be Thursday because Wednesday nights we go on with Tony, and after work and stuff like that. So, Yeah, no problem, KJ. That's why we're here for you. Excuse me. Getting dry allergy season. Mexicans back. Did you sell the extra El Camino cat? No, I did not. Um, it's still here. It's still in the garage. It's still for sale. It still has the title. It's still got the Coolio center lines on it. It's still a roller. Um, it needs to go out of my life. So, um, yeah, I really would like to get rid of it. I need the space for something else right now. So, yeah, really need it because I need it because it's the back garage is packed and the Ranger is up on the rack and that roller El Camino is down underneath it. The other El Camino is next to that in the back garage. You got the Falcon and a bunch of other crap in it. I need to get that roller El Camino sold and out of the way so I can get the Ranger down because there's a couple things I need to do to it. And racing season starts here like next weekend. So I'd like to get out and do a little bit of that this year because I didn't get to go last year at all, which kind of sucks. So I want to make sure I can get out and use that thing this year. For me, I got to wait another paycheck so I could put some money away for a steering rack. I just had to pay rent. Yeah, that's the first week of the month. That's a lot of folks' problems. I usually see 4 or 5 computers to tune the second week of the month, third week of the month. Generally not in the first week of the month because everyone pays rent and all their bills and stuff like that. So everyone's like, well, we'll do it in 2 weeks. So looking forward to that also. I could use a couple more to tune. I haven't had to tune one in a couple weeks now. So I got one video on one that I could put out. But like I said, it wasn't the news cycle and the YouTube cycle's been taken up with some other stuff that we started. So we'll wait. Yeah, it's March 1st. It comes quick because February is short. That's right. You lose a couple days. 1530 for rent. Wow. I mean, second. Yeah. But there hasn't been really. I mean, the news cycle's been pretty much covered by one thing. I'm sure we've all seen and heard about that. Good, bad, whatever. I think it's good. That's my opinion. But I don't like what it did with gas. Gas went up like 60 cents a gallon today. Thank you very much. Granddad's Junk is here. What's up, buddy? How you doing? How was the other side of the world tonight? That sounds good. The liberation of Iran, yeah. Finally, yeah, those people be happy. But anyway, yeah, gas went up 60. It was two. It was 229. On what the hell day is today? Today's Monday. It's 229 yesterday. I had to fill up the car for work with the work credit card, which is so nice. 289. I was like, oh, monkey. It went up 60 cents a gallon. That's like 30% jack in fuel price. I was like, geez, somebody's getting a little greedy. It was nice to drop by, but I got to go buy a complete used exhaust system for a Mustang. Peace out, brother. See you, Cop Car Steve. Take it easy, brother. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Granddad says it's very nice and sunny and warm. Got the Corvette nearly finished. Nice. Yeah, because he's upside down, so he's coming into his summer now. So it probably is nice over there. And let's see what else is going on in the world. No, I mean, there's really not even much like car gossipy things to talk about. Really, I mean, we did, I believe, manage to get a clutch for the dragster. Apparently, it's done at Crower, and it's somewhere between California and Tennessee. Steve gets back from a trip Thursday, so we'll see if it lands. Hopefully, it lands this week. We can get at least get the clutch in and get the rest of the measurements done. We're waiting on the brakes. Hopefully, we can get the cylinder heads back from Shacklets. Hopefully, they're done. Put the motor back together. Yada yada yada. Yeah, some stations playing it. Yeah, but it was everywhere. So, 4 mostly full tanks might be able to make it through the end of. Yeah, it should be cheaper. It should have been cheaper when we took over Venezuela too. So, um, okay. Have a Congress. Beagle Bob. Good granddad. Starting seeds for the garden. Yes. I have a um, hanging plant, which is a strawberry plant. He's Mr. Strawberry Man. This is his 5th year in this pot. And every year we leave him outside so he gets the sun. Every year he started off little tiny strawberries. Every year they get just a tiny bit bigger, so they should be like a good small regular small size strawberry this year. Gave him some fertilizer, some water. But what happens about as soon as it starts to get cold, fall and into winter, usually October, end of October, early November, he comes in and he sits in the garage that's attached to the house. He gets hung up in there by the window. That's where he takes his winters so he doesn't get, frozen and dead. Because, like I said, he's been with us for like 5 years now. And then he just got put outside Sunday when we were doing all the outside stuff at the house on Sunday. So Strawberry Man is back out in his pot, hanging off the garage, hanging out in the backyard for the summer once again, 5th year in a row. I don't know. It's silly, but that's just a thing, We're going to get rolling. Have a good night. See you, Brandon. See you, bud. Beagle, you have a big garden. Spring is on your way. Yeah, spring is coming, man. It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice 60s and 70s from now on. No more of this winter stuff. Next week, Saturday to Sunday is daylight savings time, so it's on the 8th. So it'll be light outside till maybe like 7 o'clock at night now from where I live, which would be real nice instead of when it gets in December dark at 4:30, 5 o'clock. That kills me. It's been getting better, but light till 7 will be a bonus. I tend to get a lot more stuff done after work and after mid-afternoon when it's light outside. Time is not different, but it's just a psychological light thing that I think is different. I don't know. You tell me. I might be crazy. Yeah, this will be my first time out of the desert in a few years. Should have shared a decent sized one. Yeah. Yeah, maple trees started budding and everything. That's why everyone here is starting to have allergies. Excuse me. I don't have them. I have them a little bit. My eyes are a little crunchy. Wife's got them real bad. I get them bad about April 1st. I get them really, really, really bad. But not happy losing an hour of sleep. Just take some NyQuil at 8 o'clock that night before. Get yourself a good rest. Wake up. Yeah, you lose an hour, but just, like I said, NyQuil yourself about 8 o'clock at night. And you wake up at new time, 7 in the morning the next day. It'll start to be, light out. You'll feel rested. It'll be a good to turn it into a positive thing, sir. Take some NyQuil. And have a good time. Or a couple shots of Jack or something. Take it as your last opportunity for a winter nap, and extend that nap an extra 3-4 hours with some good NyQuil. Did you recently move? We have some maple trees here. The deer love them. Well, my maple trees are pretty much higher than deer. We don't get a lot of deer in this neighborhood, but every once in a while we get one or two. And then, yeah, Bob could tell you, but yeah, he moved from the southwest land of small arms fire into the lovely state of Georgia, where everything is green. But he's going to get up early and paint my car pink. Dude, paint your car pink. Do before and afters. Make sure you do the before pictures. And oh boy, I thought I had an email, but it's junk. All excited for nothing. Do it before and after and stuff like that. Do the eyelashes, do the big red lip on the door, and send pictures in, man. I'll send you $100. Yeah, he moved from Arizona to Georgia. Yeah, that was well. It's a move bigger than your country, I think, so far as mileage wise. So yeah, it is. It's a big contrast. So, well, boys and girls, if it's if nobody else has got anything super duper important, I think we may get out of here tonight. Just a couple minutes early, but that's okay. Um, we all got together for a little bit. Appreciate everybody coming in. I will never live in the desert willingly. 82 trips, I think about 2,700 miles. I don't mind the desert, but that's anyway. But anyway, folks, boys and girls, appreciate it. I'm going to get out of here a couple minutes early. A couple things I need to do. Gotta finish up some laundry and things like that before tomorrow. So, but again, appreciate each and every one of you. Let me know if you need anything, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good night.